A cool morning breeze blew across the grassy plains of the Midwest, and a large farming community was waking up and preparing for the day. While sipping their coffee, the farmers opened their newspapers and found out some exciting news. The arrival of a newcomer. The Two Green had recently moved into a new building within the area, and it was enjoying a fresh, new start. The new location was clean and safe, unlike the horror-ridden trash pit of the industrial zone. New modern equipment was purchased and ready to use for the new season. New lawn care trucks were sent in with the latest modern-day spray equipment and technology. A clone version of the shop tech that went missing at the old location was operating a new modern fill station, and the new management team was hired to manage the new facility. Things were looking up for the lawn care company, but there was one problem. The lawn care facility had no production team. So the management team came up with an ad campaign to let the nearby community know that they were now hiring. Ads were then produced and put into newspapers and on billboards. Flyers were also dropped by a small airplane on nearby communities, but the call was not answered. Despair began to set in. And as time went on, it became clear that no one was interested. Or so they thought. Then, one fateful morning, they showed up. A ragtag group of young men arrived at the doorstep of the lawn care facility. The GM came out to meet them and was startled by their appearance. Their necks were covered in tattoos, and they wore cheesy t-shirts along with grass skirts around their waist. Then the leader of the group stepped forward and introduced himself. He spoke in a strange English dialect involving the words dude and bro. He told the GM that he was the head bro. He told the GM that they belonged to a tribe of dude bros who lived out in the grasslands beyond the farming community. He said that they had found an ad for the job positions and were interested by stating, "Bro, we want to do lawns and stuff. No cap, dude." In an act of desperation, the GM welcomed them to join the team. So the dude bros were hired on the spot and immediately put to work. It wasn't long, however, when all hell broke loose. Reports began to come in of numerous burnt lawns, as well as multiple reports of property damage. Pets hid in fear, and the complaints of angry customers were ongoing and relentless, all due to the dude bros' destructive behavior. The dude bros were often spotted spreading fertilizer by hand. They were caught engaging in social media during lawn treatments, leading to underperforming and destructive applications. Racing the clock became a common practice among the dude bros to see who would complete their routes first. Other times they would forget how to use their equipment and simply walk away. Then there were the 2-hour lunch breaks. That became a frequent occurrence. And sleeping on the job, just to name some of the dysfunctional attributes of the dude bros. Company property was not immune to the dude bros' unfathomable barbaric ways. The new trucks were ruined. The cabs were trashed out and covered in filth. The locker room was vandalized. And the new modern fill station was destroyed, and the shop tech had gone missing once again. Accusations of discrimination were made by the dude bros against the management team when they were threatened to be let go. They claimed they were under protected minority status and untouchable. The management team contacted HR for a solution. HR's answer was to give them cookies and free hugs. Then, one morning, the unthinkable happened. The head bro led a dude bro rebellion against the management team, and by the looks on their faces, they were out for blood. The GM came out to confront the head bro, and the two men's eyes locked. The head bro then told the GM to step the fuck down, dude, and hand over the shop. At his wit's end, the GM looked the head bro in the eye and said, "Fuck no, dude." The head bro froze in shock, not knowing what to do next. No one had ever told him no before. Then he flung himself into a massive temper tantrum. He yelled and screamed profanities and threats at the GM. For several minutes he carried on with his uncontrollable childish rage, until, finally, he exploded into pieces. With their leader now gone, the dude bros took off their uniforms and returned home to the grasslands. Unfortunately, the lawn care facility was in ruins and the management team was left without a production team, once again. But little did they know, help would soon be on the way.